Yes. We're back up in this thing. We're about to talk about some of this boxing thing. Yo. What up? Mink, what up? Jose, what up? What it do? What it don't do? We right here. Yes. Someone said Lampley slipping. Now, I'm still not feeling 100%, but we're getting there. It don't matter if I'm feeling 100% because we still gonna make it do what it do. That's what it is, man. You work through the rough patches, the sickness, the hard times. None of that matters, man. It's all easy work at the end of the day. I'm living good, man. Blessed to see another day. Still breathing, still trucking, trying to shake this sickness. Ego just puts in work whenever you got to. I don't like people to feel sorry for me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. You did. Now, let's get this roll call out of there. We're going to do the roll call. I just want to know where y'all from. Where the boxing fans at? Moreno Valley, City, State, Zip, let me know. Bradenton, Riverside, Fort Worth, Palmdale, Phoenix, Tijuana, Detroit, Long Beach, Minneapolis. Where y'all from, man? Morelia, London, Australia, Brixton, London, St. Louis, we working. Mississippi, we working. Caliphas, Baltimore, area. I know that place. Long Island, Strong Island, Fort Worth, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Austin, Texas, Boston, New York, Philly, the Bahamas. Damn, the Bahamas? Okay. I gotta go out there. Chicago, Kentucky, Alabama, Fort Myers, Los Angeles, 209, Houston, Irish, Portugal, UK. Man, we working. Zimbabwe, we everywhere. Atlanta, see, we everywhere. YouTube be lying, but it's all good. They say we got 29 people in the chat, but we got 24 likes already. I ain't even been on 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And the likes match. That's how you know it's Ego Army, Ego Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. Now, listen. You know I credit my sources. Shout out to Seconds Out. They did an interview after yesterday's HBO card. Jim Lampley, Triple G Golovkin is slipping and deteriorating before our eyes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, shall we? For what it's worth, I disagree with Jim Lampley. And I tell you guys, and I've been telling you, I don't think Triple G is slipping and deteriorating. Listen, HBO, the way they've been calling their telecast, they've been acting like casual boxing fans, with the exception of Roy Jones or maybe a special guest like Andre Ward or whatever, because they've fought before. HBO conducts the whole telecast like a casual, pushing the action style only. If you're a come forward guy, then they're automatically giving you the rounds. And the reason I say like I said, Triple G is a good fighter, but they're building these fighters up to unrealistic proportions that they can't even live up to. Like Chocolatito. Saying he's #1 pound for pound, and then he moves up 3 pounds, and all of his fights are tough, and it's punctuated by his last fight where he got stopped. So to me, it doesn't have, listen, it doesn't have nothing to do with Golovkin deteriorating. His elevation is in his competition. That's what it is. If you disagree, look at this. New media. If you disagree with what I'm saying, what fight besides Jacobs and Canelo really took its toll on Golovkin? Like what fight what fight was he in that was just so rough and tumble where now he's deteriorating? You know what I mean? Normally when you see guys deteriorating, it's because they've been through wars. So what wars was he in? We're gonna beat this cold one way or motherfucking another. So what fight? Age has something to do with it, but Golovkin won a lot of his fights relatively easy with minimal blunt punishment. Maybe he got hit, but he wasn't in there with big hitters like Willie Monroe, Adama. So like, why would you be deteriorating? What caused that? Just purely age? Like when I see Antonio Margarito now, he's deteriorated because Pacquiao beat his fucking ass and lumped up his eye. You know what I mean? He was in wars with Cotto. Whether he said the punches felt like a girl. Shane Mosley, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, or even Shane Mosley. He had a war with Clottey, wars with Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather dominated him beyond the second round. He moved up, lost to like Winky Wrights and shit. You know what I mean? So I can understand as he gets old, Pacquiao also. So I can understand as Shane gets older, he might not look like the same fighter when he's fighting Pablo Cesar Cano, Anthony Mundine. Listen, what war was Golovkin in before those last couple fights? We gonna get better. I gotta take this nasty ass shit real quick. That's what I'm asking, man. Like, why would he be deteriorating? Who's Bruce? What fight caused Golovkin where you're just like, damn, I was a war up until recently when he elevated his competition? That's all I'm asking you. See, unlike a lot of people who are already dead set in their ways, I'm open for the contrary. If you disagree, I'm open, but nobody's explaining. Nobody's explaining it to me. Help me understand. If you want me to feel your point, we could do a hot seat. We could just talk. But explain to me. Hold on 1 second. Ooh, that shit was nasty. It was alright, but it didn't taste great. Shit. You won't get blocked if you have a strong point and the fans don't vote you to get blocked. Reaction slows. Listen. Charlie Carter, jump in the hot seat. That's all. Jump in the hot seat. If you think you know this point, then argue your point. So I could body you. Jesus ate my baby. Jesus ate my baby. One of y'all jump in the hot seat. Let's go. Let's see who has the strongest point. Like I said, a lot of people disagree. Jump in that hot seat. All right, totally just accepted. Okay, so what's your opening argument? What's your opening argument as far as Golovkin and age? So we know where to start. Come on, Tolly. Where you at, Tolly? Jump. You in the hot seat. He's slow. You got to talk full sentences. Nobody understands what you. Who's he? What are you? Jim Lampley, Canelo, Triple G. What are you talking about? Listen, the hot seat is life or death. Not life or death, literally, but you know what I mean. It's cutthroat. You got to come with a stronger argument than he's slow. What are you talking about, Triple G? Yo, you're wasting your responses. You just wasted really two, but I'm gonna count it as one. Explain your point. You in the hot seat. You already getting the L because you're not even making any English sense. So you got two more to state your case and begin your argument. Explain, Triple G, why he's deteriorating, and that's why he's looking like that in his recent fights. Listen, Wake, I don't care what your interpretation of what someone else is saying is. Father Time is undefeated. See, you're just wasting everyone's time. Do you have anything else to say so we can vote you off? Because you're not saying nobody stays on top forever. You're just saying cliche bullshit. All right, can we vote? Let's just do a vote, get him out of here because he's wasting everyone's time. If he did a great job of explaining himself, let me know. If he didn't, put an L. Give him an L. That wasn't even an argument. You just said cliche bullshit. Blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Like, what the fuck you talking about? Get your L. Look, you already got the L. The people have spoken. Keep him coming. If he got an L, give him an L. So I could abolish him like slavery. All right, you got flamed up. I've already counted 15. Thank you for playing. It was fun, man. Block L. That was easy. Man, the Fed's gonna start looking at me, all these body counts. Listen, I don't know if y'all think this hot seat is a game, but I don't understand why y'all agree to be in the hot seat like you really want to be in the hot seat and you ain't really saying nothing. At least have an argument. Crazy. These dudes getting bodied. Listen, I personally believe HBO is building up fighters to unrealistic proportions. That's why when they can't live up to what they build them as, then all of a sudden, and it's real turncoat to me. You know what I mean? That Chocolatito gets knocked out and Lampley's like, oh no, he's done. He can't come back from that. Like, damn, you was just telling us he's pound for pound number one. Triple G was supposed to be the boogeyman, and now you talking about he's deteriorating before our eyes. That's sad, man. And notice the fighters that I told you guys to check for, like Floyd Mayweather, and told you, like, man, this dude is a special fighter. Notice I'm not saying, oh, he's deteriorating. He sucks. He can't bounce back. I'm not, like I said, I'm not changing anything I've said about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Not at the moment. You know what I mean? But HBO, as soon as you start showing signs of being human, which you always were human, then they like, oh, no loyalty. You know what I'm saying? You done. You deteriorating. It's crazy to me. You gonna force feed us into believing these people are number one pound for pound and the greatest since Hagler and Ali and all types of shit. Then they lose and you're like, oh shit, he can't come back from that. Crazy. Bang, bang. I'll give you guys some bang, bang. Pause. Crazy. But in my honest opinion, I don't think it's Golovkin's age and all this extra shit y'all are making excuses for. Like I told you, like Troy King told you, Golovkin, as a pro, he was levels above the guys he was facing, and the middleweight division at the time, up until recently, was not super stacked. Point blank, period. So, case in point, let's say Golovkin did what Broner did, what Terrence Crawford did, which is do a couple of things at 135, and seeing there was nobody really out there for him, or nobody wanted to fight him, or whatever the excuse was or reason, so they moved their ass to 140. And if Golovkin did that and moved to 168, then I guarantee you would have seen tough fights right off that, just off of moving up, because guys would be able to handle you better, and you would have seen more competitive. But he chose to stay at middleweight, which is his choice. Chose to stay at middleweight, fought who was available, who was down to fight him. It just wasn't. Guys didn't have experience. Guys didn't have the experience, the talent, the skill to even like really compete, because it wasn't a stacked division. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. DJ Georgie Porgy, you sound stupid. Everybody should just type stupid because you sound stupid. Listen, you talk about medical primes. You said that someone's medical record show your prime is from 27 to 33. But listen, your prime, let's say that's true. Let's say what you're saying is true. Floyd Mayweather is older than Golovkin, and he's still... No, so doctors aren't stupid. No, I never called a doctor stupid. I say you are stupid. But listen, skills pay the bills. So even if you're out of prime, like let's say Floyd Mayweather or Pacquiao, you're still doing the same things that you were doing before. Maybe it's a tad bit slower. Maybe it takes a little bit more to get weight off, things like that. Floyd Mayweather is older than Golovkin, yet he's still doing the things I've seen him do career-wise. Maybe it's harder. Maybe he gets hit a couple more times than when he was sharper. So it's still no excuse for Golovkin to be 35, and people are just saying, oh, this is because of age. It's age. Age is the only reason he's like that, when he hasn't been through really any wars up until his last couple of fights. Point blank, period. Listen, Andre Ward is 1 year younger than Golovkin. He just fought and retired against Kovalev after moving up, and he wasn't reduced to just jabbing. He was doing shit I've seen him do with Edwin Rodriguez, Carl Froch. He was letting his hands go. He got knocked down in the first fight, got back up. He was throwing body shots. He didn't abandon the body attack because he was in there with the big puncher. Doctors have the same view that I have, fooling no one. You're stupid. This is what it is. Okay, explain why Golovkin is only jabbing in his last two fights. That's what he's being successful at. Andre Ward got hurt in the first Kovalev fight, and he wasn't reduced to a jab. He was doing a body shot, which is dangerous against a big puncher, someone who's a little bit taller than you and stronger than you. So how is he able to do that? And he's a year younger. But now you're saying Golovkin is just so old and deteriorating. You keep bringing up doctors with no name. Ooh, Dr. Dre? What doctor? What are you talking about? You're just saying doctors agree with me, man. What doctor? What are you even talking about? What I'm saying, I'm bringing specifics to. I'm telling you specific fights, specific fact. Andre Ward is a year younger than Golovkin. You can look it up. Andre Ward versus Kovalev, you could go back and watch it. Right? Play dead, Georgie. I mean, he's getting bodied. He's getting bodied. Because once again, even like, do I believe Pacquiao is in his prime? No. Yet, he's still very competitive up until the Jeff Horn fight. He was beating guys except for Mayweather, which you know what I mean? Which I didn't expect him to beat Mayweather, etc. But even in the Mayweather fight, even in the Jeff Horn fight, he's still showing shades of what he's always done. He's not all of a sudden just like boxing and throwing singles. He's still letting his hands go. Maybe he's not as quick. Maybe little things are slightly different, but he's still showing us what he showed as a 27-year-old Pacquiao. Period. And to fully dust you off, up until his last two fights, what war was Triple G in? Answer that, Georgie Porgy. Answer the question, DJ Georgie Porgy. You probably ain't even a real DJ. What Triple G fight was he in that was a war? Up until his last three fights. What fight was a war where you're like, damn, that put some mileage on Triple G? We're waiting. We're still waiting. What fight up until his last three fights was he in a war? I said up until his last three fights, Jason. Learn to listen. Last three fights. Canelo, Jacobs, and Kell Brook. Yeah, Jason's not here. The question doesn't mean shit, but you're not answering it. Why would you duck the question? You're a ducker. Do y'all want me to block DJ? Should we put him in the hot seat? I mean, he's trying, but he's like getting destroyed. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to put him in the hot seat and really press him? Really press him? Or you want me to block him? What should we do? Let the fans pick. Block me, I'm right. So you want to get blocked because you want to get out of this. Because you know you can't win. Hot seat? Okay. Hey, Georgie Porgy, do you accept a hot seat? So we could give you the proper burial. The fans want the proper burial. Jump in the hot seat. All right, fuck science on your side and all that. Do you accept the hot seat? Jump in the hot seat. What's taking so long? Come on. You got a lot to say. Time to get cooked. You got a Darth Maul picture. You about to get mauled. Hot seat these nuts. All right, he's getting blocked because he's not trying to see it. Blocked. L. I tried to do it the fan way, and he said hot seat these nuts because clearly he knows he can't fuck with this. So he had to say like corny clown shit. That was easy. That's how you know when people want it or not. If you knew he was talking about, I got doctors and medical science on my side, then I asked him to jump in a hot seat, and he said, hot seat these nuts. And when I asked him to just say yes or no, what does that tell you? You ain't ready for this. This the big one. This the real one. Because if someone challenged me and I knew I could flame them in the same fashion, then I'll be like, let's go. I'm not going to be like, hot seat these nuts. Block me, please. So, he out of here. That was easy. Listen, Triple G is a good fighter. I'm going to keep saying that. But I don't think he's eight. Listen, I can't wait. I cannot wait for somebody to jump in the hot seat. What fight, other than his last three fights, was a war for Golovkin? That's all I'm asking you. I'm asking everybody, all 150 people in here. What fight was a war beyond his last three fights? What fight was a war beyond his last 3 fights? He stopped his last 23 opponents before Kell Brook. Everyone's saying no one, zero, I don't know. So again, now my question to you guys is this. Just listen, take me out of it because people, oh, you're biased. Oh, take me out of it. Just listen to what's being said. Which one of Golovkin's fights pre-Kell Brook was a war as a pro, right? A lot of people are saying none, I don't know, nada, etc., right? Now, name somebody who you would say was shop worn that we know was like shop worn has seen better days that continued to fight that hadn't been through wars or hadn't been knocked out. You guys let me know that. Name somebody who's past their prime that still fights, that has never been knocked out and has not been through wars. Gabe Rosado got knocked out by Angulo. Wood Baltimore TV, you don't know shit about boxing. Gabe Rosado got knocked out by Angulo, so you don't know shit about boxing. In addition, I said name someone who hadn't been through wars. What the fuck are you talking about? David Lemieux was a war for Rosado. Peter Quillen was a war for Rosado. J. Leon Love was a war for Rosado, even though it was changed to a no contest. Golovkin fight was a war for Rosado. So you completely tried to answer the question, but you didn't do it. Jason, what are you talking about? That's easy. Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux is not considered shop worn. He's. Do you guys listen? Can you guys hear? Like, is my voice fucked up? Like, where y'all can't hear what's being said? I'm gonna ask you one more time. Maybe I'm not doing a good job. I don't know, because you guys are just throwing out crazy shit that doesn't answer the question. Listen. Name a fighter that you would say is still fighting or fought on longer than they should have, that you would consider shop worn, past prime, etc., that has not been through wars and has not been knocked out, and one of the other, at least one of them. Name a fighter. Like, let's say Mike Alvarado. People would say, oh, he's seen better days. He's not the fighter he once was. But he's been through wars, which is why he's not the fighter he once was. He's been stopped by Ruslan Provodnikov and quit on the stool. Rio stopped him. Rio stopped him again in the third fight. So once again, if we're using the excuse that Golovkin is 35 and all of a sudden he's aging, Marquez has been through wars. What are you talking about? Jorge, you don't know shit about boxing. His fight with Michael Katsidis, he got knocked down. That was a war. All of his Pacquiao fights were basically wars. What are you talking? And he has like 60-something fights and been fighting since the 90s. What are you talking about? How are these not wars? You guys listen. I don't know if you are listening to the question or not. Marquez has been through. Juan Diaz was a war, even though he stopped him. So Yuriorkis Gamboa had been through wars. He fought that Filipino dude, Michael Farina or something, got knocked down in that fight. Once again, if we're saying Triple G is 35 and now all of a sudden he's just aging, like I said, before Kell Brook, he wasn't really going through wars. He was beating those guys handedly. So again, name someone who's shop worn. Would Baltimore just give up, at least with this question? Because you said Hagler. How did Hagler not get through wars when Hagler Hearns is what everybody talks about, even in the Canelo Triple G fight? That was still a war. That was still a war, even though he won. What are you talking about? Listen. I don't know why this concept is so hard, and you guys are, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The greatest, exactly. He said Hagler hadn't been through wars. What are you talking about? I'm going to ask you once again. Name somebody who's shop worn, past prime, that has not been knocked out or not been through wars. It's very simple. To be honest, that's something that don't exist, Ego. Exactly. I can't think of a person. Like Brandon Rios. Some people might say, oh, he's not the same fighter. He fought Pacquiao, which was a war. Diego Chavez was a war. Both Alvarado's fights were a war. So that's why Alvarado or Rios today, you might say, oh, okay, he's not the same fighter. He's been through wars. So Golovkin, everyone's trying to use his age as the reason he's looking different. But what wars that it's not like wars are a cumulative thing. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather even had some wars. He had tough fights. But anyway, Mayweather's not looking past prime like that. So Mayweather's not even a good example because Mayweather has a defense. People looking shop worn is usually a cumulative thing. Like if people look at the 40-something-year-old Shane Mosley, it's because he fought De La Hoya twice. It's because he fought against Cotto in a tough fight. You know what I mean? He fought Pacquiao. He's fought Mayweather. So that's why people were like, "Oh, Shane Mosley, he's not the same." You know what I mean? He's not the same fighter he once was because he's been through those wars. Golovkin, throughout his career as a pro, he's fighting a bunch of people in Germany. He knocked out most of those people, right? And the only other probably tough fight up until Kell Brook that was really tough for him is Kasim Uma. I didn't really see much. Gabriel's Otto, maybe somewhat tough, but that was a 54-pounder. So to tie it all in, I seen the super chat. Thank you. $2 super chat. There was no comment, no message, but shout out to Ed. To tie this all in, why are people now saying Golovkin is so old and deteriorating and shop worn? What wars has he been? What wars has he been in? That would make that. He just had a war in March and he fought a welterweight before that. But before that, what wars had he been through? To the point where his body's just accumulative damage and stuff, and now all of a sudden he's just old in his last two fights. Y'all are making excuses. So from my view, it don't have nothing to do with him being old. It's just he wasn't fighting no one of the caliber. Had he been fighting someone of that same caliber, solid power punching middleweights with skill, amateur background, and a lot of intangibles to offset his, then that it is what it is. We probably would have seen this. It's not both. How's it both? And you can't even explain to me what wars Golovkin had been in prior to Kell Brook. Y'all making so many excuses. This is just hilarious to me. Hilarious. It's both. Listen, I'm not saying age doesn't play a part. Age does play a part in your fighting style. But what plays a bigger part is stepping up in competition, right? And see, you see this on a different scale all the time. You see a guy who's 16-0 or some shit, and he looks like a freight train. Then he steps up and fights somebody, and then he gets stopped or he loses. You know what I mean? Look at Julian J. Rock Williams. He's a good fighter. Against the level of competition he faced, he was looking real good, right? But when he fought a guy who had things to offset his, taller than him, equally as speedy, if not faster, Jamal Charlo, he got knocked down twice and knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So we see this type of thing and this trend in boxing happen. It's the same thing. Golovkin, it's just he was being built up and people liked his fighting style and didn't care who he was fighting. So he, you know what I mean, he fought the available people, but the middleweight division wasn't stacked. And as a result, he was beating those guys because he was levels above those guys. He was leagues above those guys, either in experience, power, strength, ring IQ, or whatever. But when he started fighting people that had more skill, more skillful guys, better defense, veterans, amateur backgrounds, or a lot of on-the-job experience like Canelo, he was in more competitive fights. It's not rocket science. And people are acting like 35 is just like 40. Bernard Hopkins, he did a bit in jail. He was in jail for hella long. So when he came back out the pen, I think he did 9 years in the pen. He came back, he was old. Well, like older for a boxer. So what are y'all really talking about? B-Hop was locked the fuck up. What are you talking about? And then not only was he locked up, based on his style, he fought until he was 50, 51 and had never been knocked out. up until his last fight. So I don't believe Golovkin is just this old person. I believe if you put the right person against him, even back then you would have seen the same things that you're seeing in his last 2 fights. Like if he would have fought Andre Ward, he would have got that L. I'm telling you. But they're at different weights. Triple G's team didn't really want it. It is what it is. And on the flip side, Fresh BX, you sound stupid. Everybody not B-Hop and Floyd. Nobody said everybody is B-Hop and Floyd. What are you talking about? Jump in the hot seat. That's how this works. Jump in the hot seat. Everybody knows they're not. I just said Andre Ward. He's 1 year younger than Golovkin, and he's still, up until he retired, was still doing the stuff. I'm not emotional. I'm just saying jump in the hot seat. Yeah, Fresh BX, jump in the hot seat. Yes or no? So we'll see who's emotional. You're going to be emotional when you get blocked. So jump in the hot seat. Do you accept? Yep, I'm Drake. I'm emotional. I'm here. What's up? Okay. Now, explain what you're trying to say. Now you're going to get burned because you want to talk slick. Yeah, LOL my ass. You about to get flamed up. Laugh at that. So everybody not B-Hop and Floyd. No shit. I can give you examples all day about what I'm saying. You got me confused? I don't got anything confused. Speak your point. You in the hot seat. Come with it. So explain, elaborate. You said everybody's not B-Hop. And everyone's not Floyd. I can give you examples all day. Where you at? So you're in the hot seat, and your response is, I said what I had to say. Why the fuck you in the hot seat then? If you already said what you had to say. Man, I'm tossing these L's out to you. I'm tossing these L's to y'all. I said what I had to say. What? You said something basic. No one said that everybody has to be or fight. I don't know what the hot seat is. I don't keep up with that shit. Well, what you will keep up with is your L. Block. You wasted all your responses. Get your ass out of here. You done. We had to serve him with that L. He lying. I seen his name on the page before, and he's talking about you don't know what the hot seat is. Well, meet the hot seat, because you just got flamed up out of it. Anyway, where was I? Talking about I'm emotional. It's not emotional. I'm passionate. I'm speaking boxing. People always want to sidetrack. You're being emotional. Yeah, he knows the hot seat now because he got flamed up out of there. Anyway, I really don't think it's Golovkin aging and deteriorating. It's just, listen, Jim Lampley's talking about like he's struggling to cut off the ring, and it's because he's trying to cut off the ring on better people or people who can offset what he's doing. That's it. Canelo has a better defense. Like, let's say, okay, Willie Monroe has good, solid defense, right? But in my opinion, Willie Monroe was kind of freezing up versus Billy Joe Saunders. So Canelo, he has better big fight experience, more power, and a defense. So that's more than what Willie Monroe would have for Golovkin. You know what I mean? Even if they both have defense. You see how that works? So it's not. It's like like I said, Willie Monroe could have a defense, but he didn't have big fight experience and he didn't have power. Canelo has power, big fight experience with Floyd, Cotto, Lara, right? And he has a defense. So that's what it is. Bottom line. So I don't agree with Lampley. I guarantee Triple G knocks out his next opponent if it's a tune-up. Why would he take a tune-up if he believes he won and he's still a champion? And he said Canelo never heard him and shit. Lada versus Triple G. I would probably favor Triple G, but I want to see it. I really want to see it because Lada could create issues. I think even if Triple G won, that Lada would make Triple G look bad. Well, I think he got hurt too, but I'm just going off of what he's saying. I would favor Triple G to beat Lada, but see, that's the thing. I'm not afraid of these fights. I've said he should have fought Lada from the beginning. If you're gonna fight Willie Monroe, why not fight Lada? But Lada has the potential to make him look bad and maybe even the potential to win. But see, even that's another good example. Jim Lampley's talking about Triple G. He's not cutting off the ring the same. He would have trouble cutting off the ring on Lada because Lada actually uses his feet. You know what I mean? Like he has the Cuban style where he's natural at using his feet. Canelo was doing shit with his feet, and that's why he burned up so much energy because that's foreign to him. He's normally a lot more flat-footed. Lada won't move up, but he already said he would move up. You're lying, Kevin. Kevin Rogers is a liar. Kevin Rogers, you're a liar. Why do you lie, Kevin? See, that's new media is fucking y'all boys up, man. Because y'all just want to say this stuff, and that's what y'all like. Saying it and hoping no one goes behind you and checks for it. But you can't do that no more, baby. That's my dude, Sean Sattel, with the boxing voice. Who's that? Oh, that's Erislandy Lara. Erislandy Lara. I will fight at 160 versus Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, or Miguel Cotto. 1 year ago. Like I said, Kevin Rogers, you are a liar. You're a liar, Kevin. And that's just one. I know there's more articles. But look, a year ago, I will fight at 160 versus Golovkin. I'm showing you how to get to it. It's YouTube, all that. All that. You're lying, Kevin. Tell the truth. See, like I've been in the game and a lot of times I just observe, see what people are saying, and that's what it is. Boxingego News. Who's that? Erislandy Lara. 1 year ago. Erislandy Lara may move to 160, calls out Gennady Golovkin. Again. You see how I put again? Boxingego. Kevin Rogers. You're a liar. You're a liar, Kevin. But like I said, new media is here. Y'all want to just be able to say the shit and just ride off into the sunset. But now people are checking. It's like they're checking your work. Make sure your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted, looking for spelling errors. No more of that dumb shit. Kevin Rogers, why did you lie to us? You just said Lada didn't want to move up to 160. New media within seconds showed you that you were a liar, Kevin. And I haven't seen you pop up, Kevin. Why haven't you come back, Kevin? Where's your latest comments, Kevin? Because you know you're lying. I was able to disprove you in seconds. Not a good look. So you gotta know boxing. See, I'm telling you, a lot of the guys just want to say this stuff or they heard someone else say it. So they just rock with it. Listen, you shouldn't be able to disprove someone easily in 2 seconds. Kevin, First you lie, now you're trying to ask a question. So first of all, you never said sorry to the audience for lying to us. Now you're trying to switch up and ask why hasn't he moved up if this was a year ago? What does that have to do with it? And did Golovkin say I want to actually fight him? He didn't say I'm going to move up for just anybody. He said I was going to move up for Golovkin. He said Golovkin multiple times, Danny Jacobs and Miguel Cotto. First of all, we know Miguel Cotto ain't trying to fight Lara. Triple G ain't trying to fight Lara. I don't know about Danny Jacobs. So why would he move up? He's not going to move up for the fuck of it. He's moving up. He's basically trying to move up to fight a top dog or a big name. Kevin got body. Y'all see it. I didn't even put him in the hot seat. But if he was in the hot seat, he would be torched. You're always so indecisive. Jump in the hot seat. If I'm so indecisive, watch me decisively flame you. What if I said that was indecisive? I'm straight to the point. What are you talking about? That's for Daniel Arias. Jump in the hot seat. Frank Vargas, boxing let go my ego. That's pretty corny. What's next? All right, Daniel Arias. What do you? He wants to be in the hot seat. What's your point? What am I indecisive about? Go. Daniel, no. Daniel, it's too late. Daniel wanted to get flamed up. Get your popcorn ready, man. Get your popcorn ready for Daniel. Come on, Daniel, son. I'm Mr. Miyagi. Go. What am I indecisive about? Daniel, son. Come on. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. What am I indecisive? Destroy him, ego. Oh, it's coming. Once he finally responds an hour later. What have I been indecisive about? What are you talking about? Where is Daniel? I don't know. He said, give me the hot seat. So he signed up. He signed up. Y'all call him out in the comment section. If he's taking too long and wasting y'all time, say, damn, Daniel. Where you at, Daniel? Come on, Daniel. Fuck, Daniel. We waiting, Daniel. Come on, Daniel. Your thoughts on Lara versus Canelo. What are you talking about? What am I indecisive about? I wasn't even talking about Lara Canelo. Are you really wasting our time like that? I didn't even bring up Lara Canelo. So what are you talking about? I'm indecisive. I was talking about Canelo versus Triple G. You got to come better than that. I'm indecisive, but you brought up a fight that I wasn't even talking about. We were talking about Lara moving up to 160 for Golovkin. So what are you talking about? I'm indecisive with Canelo. Shit is too easy, B. There ain't no let him live today. I'm not in the let him live mood, even though it's Sunday. They're going to meet their maker today. Come on, Daniel. No one was even talking about Canelo Lara, so how am I indecisive? So you must have just jumped in the stream and just start typing shit. But come on, you got 2 more responses. How am I indecisive? Damn, Daniel. There ain't no let him live today. Maybe another day. All right. You think Lara would seriously beat Triple G? So he's in the hot seat. He said I was so indecisive. But if you rewind this or watch it in the replay, I just said I would favor Triple G to beat Lara. So what the fuck are you even talking about? His comment says, you think Lara would seriously beat Triple G when I just said 5 minutes ago that I would favor Triple G, but I want to see it. Damn, Daniel's not looking good, Daniel. Not looking good for you at all. I just said that's what I'm talking about. Y'all make up arguments that I didn't even say. I said I would favor Triple G, but I would never block the fight. I want to see it. So are we doing the white flag? Are we voting right there? Or you want to give him his final response? Y'all let me know. I said I would favor Triple G to beat Daniel. And you try to make it like I picked Lara to beat Triple G. Okay. Y'all want to vote? Okay. If Daniel didn't do in his 2 responses, because he's taking forever, put his L up. Put an L up for Daniel. You're gonna get an L like the last letter of your name. You're gonna get that L, I promise you. Like the last letter of Daniel. L. Triangle theory, bro, get real. You're already sinking, bro. You the Titanic. Put your L's up. Put your L's up. Bye-bye, Daniel. Couple more and you done for, Daniel. Bye-bye, Daniel. Nice knowing you, Daniel. There ain't no let him live today. I'm not in a let him live type of mood. All right, you got enough. That's way more than 15. Bye-bye, Daniel. Daniel Arias, it's been real. Block. L. See, listen, if you're going to debate me in the hot seat, especially in front of everybody, at least bring up an argument I actually made. I just literally told you guys that I would favor Triple G to beat Erislandy Lara at 160, but I still want to see it. And then he going to say, oh, you seriously think Lara would beat Triple G? Which is not even what I even said. So again, if you want to come at me, get your ducks in a row and make sure you're using an argument that I actually said. Everybody type stupid. Stupid. Wasted everybody's time. We thought you were going to come with something because you was in the hot seat. Now, we have 178 people in the chat, 111 likes. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you like seeing these people get flamed up in the hot seat and just talking boxing, put your thumbs up, hit the like button, keep this going. Let YouTube know that we #1 and we running this boxing shit, enjoying the game, having fun. 185 people in the stream, 125 likes now. Hit the like button. Everybody getting that block, man. Berserker Barrage. I'm blocking everybody. I'm putting cases on all you. Yeah, man. Jorge Linares versus Mikey Garcia. If he's coming back to lightweight, Mikey, that's a good fight. But Linares, I believe, said he'll go up to 140 for him. At 140, I would definitely favor Mikey Garcia. I think it's more competitive at 35, but I would still favor Mikey Garcia. That's my opinion. Daniel's playing basketball in Pelican Bay. I'm not saying it's an easy fight. I think it's going to require some adjustment, but Linares has showed the ability to get worn down in the trenches. So I think if you look at Mikey Garcia pressured Broner a lot, and he's a 140-pounder. And I definitely think at 140 Broner hits as hard as Jorge Linares, if not harder. And Mikey pressured him pretty much for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? A good consistent pace of pressure. So I think he would pressure Jorge Linares so he can't get off the fancy boxing that he does. And I would favor him. I'll favor Mikey. I haven't heard about Canelo Triple G numbers yet. Yeah, Mikey made the Broner fight look pretty easy. Linares is a different puzzle because he lets his hands go. Broner sometimes doesn't let his hands go. When YouTube lets us send super chats through iPhone, you're gonna stack up ego. Yeah, I mean that's really stupid, especially with the iPhone X and all that coming out. I don't understand why it's not available through iOS. That's really stupid. Who even has an Android? Everybody, put if you have an Android or iPhone. I just want to do a quick survey, get a pulse. I have an iPhone myself. What device are you guys using? iPhone. See, look, iPhone. That's what I'm saying. And I know some of the people will probably do a super chats at some point. See, a lot of iPhone users, a lot of Samsung. Boost Mobile in the building. But you know the game. We're gonna keep the lives rocking. I don't know if you guys heard it, but Daniel Jacobs, he's still with Al Heyman. It's looking like still with Al Heyman. But I told you guys, you gotta be careful because a lot of people were commenting saying that, oh, why did he leave Al Heyman? He didn't leave Al Heyman. He left Premier Boxing Champs and he's doing the multi-fight deal with HBO. And I think it's because he's trying to pursue. But like I said to you in that first live stream when it was first announced, you gotta get the facts. If I don't know the fact, like I said, if I don't know, I don't try to pretend like I know. But Al Heyman's an advisor, not a promoter. Because even when he was doing his fights, Lou DiBella was probably the promoter for it. Because Lou DiBella does most of the New York cards. You know what I mean? So now he just has Eddie Hearn promoting him. But Al Heyman is still advising him. And Al Heyman, I don't know, he don't sound like a bad guy. Every time I talk to Al Heyman fighters, they sound happy. Al Heyman don't hold you back from your full earning potential. You know what I mean? But they made it like Al Heyman don't want to work with certain people, but Al Heyman sent some fighters to Sky Sports Matchroom for Anthony Joshua to slaughter. He sent Amir Khan to Canelo on HBO for him to slaughter. He sent Jacobs to Triple G on HBO. But they say Al Heyman's the cancer. John Molina sent him to get slaughtered by Terrence Crawford. Felix Diaz to get slaughtered by Terrence Crawford. So, yeah, Al don't seem like a bad guy. He don't sound half bad to me. Now we got close with the likes. 165 people in the chat and 140 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, try to hit that. But boxing's been good, man. I just can't wait till I'm feeling all the way back, man. I still don't feel all 100% back. But we getting there. Yeah, Terrence Crawford, man. Dude's a beast. Aside from physical attributes, skills, I like where he's at mentally. I really do. Because it takes a lot to be on top and stay there. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, great fight. Great fight. Nah, I still ain't rewatched the fight, man. I got a DVR, but I'm gonna watch it hopefully soon. Look at this dude. He did a Kanye West freestyle because Kanye got fat. I thought this was funny.
Man, I promise. I'm so self-conscious. I know I ate way too much McDonald's. I'm like, Kim Bay, I need to jog it last. I'm out here looking like your brother Raw fat ass. I gotta use song titles for the way I be grubbing. If you ain't talking about no food, you can't tell me nothing. She like, you need to hit the park or something. Run this town, Jesus, walk or something. Don't eat or sleep, so my ass got slicking. Cut off all of the lights and snuck my ass in the kitchen. Face fat like I'm on through the wild, whatever. Cause I ordered burgers and they threw the fries in that shit. I'm like, I don't care if she a gold digger, long as she put food on that stove, nigga. Wait, I gotta be more specific. I got a problem with getting seconds before I'm finished. Me and Rob competing, who gonna be the biggest? We all be hungry, I'm just the first to admit it. Hey, you ain't got the answers. I'm gonna let y'all finish, but I had the best sandwich of the summer. Good music, good food.
Yeah, he clowned.
I'm so self-conscious.
He said Jesus walk or something. He was naming Kanye songs, but y'all that don't know lyrics probably wasn't even picking up on that. Kanye did get kind of big though. Shout out to Georgia. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get off right now. I'm gonna work on hats. Too many people asking me about hats, and I'm not giving myself the proper time. So I'm gonna get off of this stream. Good music, good food. I'm gonna end this stream and work on the hats. Because that's what we got to get them rocking, man. We got the mesh in the back, dog. We got the mesh in the back, dog. I'll blow your back, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we got to get these hats rocking for the people. So I'm going to get off this stream. Let's do a quick roll call. Let's get some last-minute likes. Stay tuned to the channel. Keep it locked. Live streams, you know I got you covered. We just freestyle the live streams. Hot seat these people. Fremont, California. Where y'all at? City, state, zip. Let me know something. Let me know. 1, 2. Yo, Netherlands. Bradford, England. Chicago. Garfield Park. Long Beach, LBC. B. Moore. Las Vegas. Sonora, Atlanta, Oakland, BK. Scotland. Detroit. Kansas. Utah. Texas. Lancaster. Lancaster on you bastards. Palmdale. Austin. Sweden. Downey. Washington Heights. Houston. Tacoma. LB. Long Beach. Yeah, I'm gonna work on these hats. That sounds good. New York. It's been real. Stay tuned to the channel. Richmond, California, Mexico, Cincinnati. What up? Eagle Army. We growing. We working. Y'all know that. We will take over. We didn't come to take part. We came to take over. Like I told y'all. We worldwide. St. Louis. Chi-Town. Y'all got to keep the violence down. I heard y'all got some good food though, so I have to fuck with Chicago. Fuck with some of the food. Chirac. Phoenix. Las Vegas. I'll be back there soon. That's like my second home. West Coast. We still West Coasting. Boston. We the best, man. We work hard. It's late as fucking Sweden. Alright, get some sleep. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Relax. We coming with it. Richmond, Texas. Hats coming soon. I'm really gonna go. I'm gonna start working on how I can get this shit done for the fans. Because we need the Eagle Army hats. New media. Eagle Army. Eagle Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. Salute to everybody. Peace out, y'all.